Welcome to Bakes and Blenders. I'm Colleen. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to get super sharp edges on our buttercream cakes with just these acrylic cake discs. It's easy, it's quick, it's pretty fantastic, but there are some things that you need to know to get this technique right. So if you're ready, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is cover our acrylic cake discs with some press and seal wrap. Now this is going to make it so much easier to remove our discs from the cake so that we don't mess up those beautiful straight sides and sharp edges that we're going to make. Simply cut off a piece of press and seal wrap that is going to be big enough to cover your disc. Then I like to trim off the excess just to make life easy and pull the press and seal up and around the edges. It does not matter which side of the cake disc you wrap. It will leave a little bit of a sticky residue on your cake disc, but that's okay. Let's crumb coat. I like to use a grippy mat to prevent the cake from slipping around. Make sure it is centered on your cake board and just fill and stack like you normally would. Crumb coat, then place your cake in the fridge until it's firm, about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. You'll find the recipes used in this video in the description box below. Time to transfer your crumb-coated cake that has been chilling for a little bit now to your acrylic cake disc. Make sure you put the cake disc on your stand with the wrapped side facing up. Then put a smear of frosting onto it. Just a thin smear is all you need. That'll help hold the cake board in place. Then you can place your stacked and chilled cake right on top of the disc and make sure it's nice and centered. Now go ahead and add a fresh layer of frosting to the top of your cake. You want to make sure that you smooth that layer of frosting so that it's nice and flat. You also want to make sure that you add enough frosting that it will hang over the edges of your cake a little bit. Place your acrylic cake disc on top of that fresh frosting with the wrapped side facing down. Then use 1 or 2 cake scrapers to make sure that your two discs are lined up and that they are perfectly on top of each other so that you'll have those beautiful straight sides. Once you're happy with the sides of your cake being nice and even, put a level on top of that top disc and make sure that the top of your cake is nice and level. Press down on any sides of the cake that seem a little higher until you've got that little air bubble right smack dab in the center of your level. This is going to again make sure that we have nice straight sides and that our cake does not look wonky and lopsided. Now you can add frosting to the sides of your cake. Use either a piping bag or just an offset spatula. Add your frosting and then scrape down until you have nice smooth sides, making sure that your cake scraper is touching both the top and the bottom disc while you scrape. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of my videos. After a pass of your scraper, if you notice any air bubbles or any holes or places that need more frosting, just slap on some more buttercream and scrape again. And you're just going to repeat this process until you're happy with how your cake looks. For the last few scrapes around my cake, I like to heat up a metal scraper with either a kitchen torch or just hot water. This is going to make sure that your sides are nice and smooth and really sharp. And of course, make sure to fill in any holes you see as you're going about this process. Pop your cake into the fridge and chill until it is completely firm. I suggest at least an hour. take your very, very cold cake and flip it upside down. We're going to remove the bottom disc first. Pull that press and seal wrap up and then gently work your way around the sides to lift the disc off. This side is very easy because it's mostly the cardboard cake board that we've got going on down there. So that one should pop off very easy. Add a small amount of frosting to the bottom of your cake, smooth it out nice and thin. Now take out either your wrapped cake board or the cake stand, whatever you're serving your cake on, and place that on the bottom of your cake, which is now facing up. Try to get that as centered as possible. Now flip your cake back over so it's right side up. We're going to remove the top acrylic cake disc the same way we removed the bottom one, but this one's a little trickier because it's just frosting. You want to make sure that you don't rip that cake disc right up the top because you could pull off your frosting or mess it up. So gently work your way around the top of the cake, wiggling and pulling on that press and seal until you can pop the disc off. If it doesn't come off easily, you can try to slide a warm offset spatula underneath the cake disc to help lever that off. Okay, now just go back in and tidy up the edges of your cake if there are any areas that need a little extra frosting or any extra smoothing. You can find links to the products that I've used in the description box below this video. And that's all you need to know to use these awesome acrylic cake discs to get super sharp edges on your buttercream cakes. This technique will work with American buttercream frosting or any meringue-based frosting as well. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing so you can see more of my videos in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!